What's up, everyone? This is Zach from the Arlnauts. Zach Kuntz, that is. And this is the latest episode of the Excelsior podcast, and I'm going to try and do some video shit this time, just for that bonus content, you know, maximize the streams of OP, original property. I don't know. These are just terms that people say are important, and I'm just here to make stuff to help you guys. Yeah, and help you I shall try with the Excelsior podcast's continuing goal of trying to help guys be better guys, both physically and mentally. Hope the physical side is coming along. I want to check in with my boy Ian. I know he reached out to me for some buff tips. He was trying to get a good Halloween costume together that involved a little bit of a physical transformation. So, you know, I'll check in with you on Twitter, but I just hope it's coming along. I hope you're getting that barrel chest that you were talking about, and you know, I hope you sell it. All right. Other than that, I got my little notebook here because I'm on camera. I had to prepare a little bit more. Just when I'm audio only, I do shortcuts. I chop out mistakes. I try to make myself sound better than I actually am. I mean, visually, it's already like off to a bad start. I'm holding a microphone in my hand. It's the most bootleg shit, I think, in the podcast world right now. I know some people use their phones and stuff. That's fine. I'm coming up. I'm trying, you know, it's one step at a time. Arlnauts, we do the best we can with what we've got. There's a reason we don't shoot a whole lot of stuff. We just work with things that somebody else already shot, did the hard work for us, and then we just write jokes. Just stay in your lane, you know. I also have a green screen up to give myself, I don't even know what the background is going to be right now. It could be just a swirling toilet with a giant turd spinning around in it in a, what is it, counterclockwise, clockwise? I should probably research that before this goes live, huh? Which way does poop spin as it's getting ejected into the sewer system? I'll figure something cute out, because otherwise it's just my kitchen. That's the space I have. I have the kitchen. You could hear the sounds, right? There's a window right next to me. You're going to hear birds, probably some light to heavy construction, planes, because JFK is not that far from me. I don't know. We're going to get through it, because this month is World Pride Month, and I think that's just a good opportunity to hit you boys with some positive tips to help you be a better person throughout this month, because there's a lot of people out there working real hard to be worse people this month, and I think it's lame. We're gonna go over some things that I think will help help you get through it, help you understand it more, because I think that's a big part of the problem, is just that people, you know, they just don't understand what's going on, why it has to be going on, what the big deal is, and why does it just make me feel so insecure about my place in the world, because you ain't gonna convince me that that's not what it is. And this also comes on the heels of some YouTube shit. There's a boy out there, I forget his name. These bitches, man, their names just slip my tongue all the time. I just can't be bothered to remember them. He's the change my mind guy, you know, whatever. Ben Shapeshifter or something like that. But he got in some trouble because he was saying some pretty stupid things. They're mean. They're just mean. There was no other point to it other than just be an asshole. And that's just, I'm kind of, you know, I'm in that Darth Vader zone from our episode 6. Don't be an asshole. Like, what's the point? If you're funny, that's great. Funny assholes have value in our world. We need funny assholes. His shit wasn't funny. It just wasn't, you know. I've heard some other comedians do similar material, and it's funny. But if you can't sell it and you're not doing anything cool, you need to sit down. And YouTube struggled a little bit at first to deal with it, but basically I think what the fallout is that now talking about gayness at all, that's like a garbage truck going outside this one's for Steve Shapeshifter. The garbage man is coming. I think talking about gayness at all on YouTube is now going to be like an automatic demonetization. They're just like, YouTube's just like, well, fuck it. It's scorched earth. Nobody gets to have nice things anymore. So this is going to be a fun episode to start with to upload to YouTube. I don't know. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to try and make this work. I'm going to try and do some like, upper thirds, clips, pictures, cutaways, just spice things up a little bit visually. Maybe I'll get a microphone stand one day. My arm is going to fucking gas out just holding this mic up. And I know I can't move it a lot because I did that in my last podcast with Danny Leonard, the Adult Sex Ed podcast. And I could hear my microphone cable because I'm shifty. I'm twitchy. I move around a lot. I can't sit still. I'm a fucking second grader, basically, when it comes to composure. And so I know now I just got to be like locked in. Oh, boy. Can I hold this for that? I'm also going to get really hot because it's summer in New York now. And not only is it just a humid area, but I live on the top floor of my building, and for whatever reason, I know heat already rises, but there's something in the insulation in this building that just maxes it out. It's like hot to the max. You could feel it as soon as you crest the landing to the third floor. The temperature is like 10 to 15 degrees hotter, and so I had turned off all the airflow because just for sound. You're already going to hear my refrigerator kicking on and off. That's already annoying. You didn't need the added wind of my comfort. So I think I'm going to get carpet bombed in a second here. Is that a prop plane? I don't know. He's gone now, but the heat's not. So yeah, I'm just going to slowly start. You ever see that interview with that soccer player where he was in that button-up, like a gray button-up shirt, and he just sat there? As he's being interviewed by the press, his shirt just got darker and darker as the fucking buckets of sweat just started just getting soaked up by his shirt. There's a time lapse of it where he's just sitting there. He kept his cool, like, mentally. He acted like nothing was wrong, but that dude was melting before our eyes. I'm going to be that guy in a little bit. You're going to see some beads. I'm going to start beading up. My shine is going to start increasing. So yeah, be prepared for all that shit while we talk about the gays. Not that gays. Homosexuals. So what's the big deal? Right now in Boston, I think it is, they're organizing, if not having already done it, like a straight pride parade, which is just some punk ass bullshit. You know it is. This goes back to the conversation I had with a friend of mine. I mentioned on a previous podcast about the gay pride flag. His issue was that he didn't understand why it had to exist. He thought that the idea that existed was gay people telling him that they're better than him, which is not what it's about at all. And I think by the end of our conversation, he understood that. But this parade is the same thing. It's a reaction, I believe, to the same feeling of feeling like you're being pushed out of culture. It's cultural. Yeah, we got some street bass going on. It's the fear of cultural irrelevancy. And so this is sort of a nutless pushback to say, yeah, we're still here too, bro. But it's, somebody had a funny joke one time around this most recent St. Patrick's Day. Gay friend of mine was like, this St. Patrick's Day is the closest thing to Straight Pride Day that I've ever seen in my life. And that's kind of how I feel about it too. It makes sense. So there is no fear. You're not going to get, just the existence of gay pride isn't going to cancel you out. And here's basically the very simple, cut and dry reason why there shouldn't be a straight pride parade. Because for all of the experiences, the collected experiences that I've gotten from my gay and lesbian friends is basically a tale of horror and fear and insecurity. Growing up gay, and also trying to figure out if you're gay or not. Like, I remember what it was like trying to figure out what masturbation was. The first time I did it, I thought I broke something. I was like, what the fuck? I shouldn't be able to just do this on my own. What just happened? Like, am I going to hell? And that's just a thing that culturally is more acceptable. And I wrestled with that. I had no one to talk to about it. My friends we made fun of each other. We made jack off jokes all the time. Like we'd accuse each other of it. Like you probably jack off. And not knowing that the big secret was that, of course we all did, but it was so taboo. And if you can imagine just such a straight person thing, like masturbation was taboo. Imagine being like a young boy who's like attracted to other boys when we're making fun of each other for everything. And then you've got this added level of uncertainty that can cause you harm. You know, if somebody finds out that you're gay, that they actually are in danger in some places and still today. So there is an element of being gay that comes with overcoming personal safety and family rejection. Like you get ejected from your family for just being who you are. So there is none of that with being straight. There is no struggle to overcome to be straight. You're just straight, and that's it. Society is like, cool, that's what we do here. Welcome. Go keep doing that. Do you get a parade every day then if you're straight? Like, I don't. So to me, that's what that means. It's a celebration of overcoming hardships. You're still alive. Some gay people can't claim that. I'm sure you're now well familiar with the history of the word fag. I'm super going to get flagged for this. But a fag is a cigarette in the UK, but faggot is a bundle of firewood meant for burning. And the reason that became a term associated with homosexuals is because they would burn homosexuals. So they use that term jokingly, in reference to somebody's horribly painful death. So, that's being gay. So, forget your straight pride parade. I don't give a shit. I'm straight. I'm not going to that parade. I feel fine with the way I've never felt challenged because I'm into females. Like nobody's ever made me seem like an asshole unless I'm like into a female that it's not into me and I didn't get it. Then you're like, dude, relax. You're an asshole. So that's why I want to talk about it, because there's a lot of I feel like a lot of men's problems come from insecurity and uncertainty that leads to depression, anger, fear. All that shit is applicable to Gay Pride Month, World Gay Pride Month. I'm in New York City, so there's just like, it's gay town for now. You just no shortage of activities to attend or an experience. If you're in New York City this month, I recommend you check some out. Shit's fun. All right. It's fun. If sometimes I always recommend people, if they're having a little bit of a dark spike in their life, they need a little boost, I just recommend some gay shit. Nobody puts on RuPaul's Drag Race and stays in a bad mood. I've never seen it. I've never seen someone watch RuPaul's Drag Race and they'd be like, you know what? Fuck the world. But I don't know, maybe I'm hanging out with just people that I'm not hanging out with people that maybe would be unmoved by RuPaul's Drag Race, but it's a wonderful show. There's a lot of exciting things going on in it. There's a lot of creativity, entertainment, beauty. I don't know. So I've got a little list of tips here. Let me just organize here for a little bit. Some things you can do during Gay Pride Month that are not necessarily restricted to the month. Just, you can make these permanent changes in your way of life. The first one is stop saying no homo. That shit is so weak. That's like you putting out something embarrassing, like to get some, like an embarrassing question that you want answered, and then you say asking for a friend. Like, dude, you didn't need to say that. Like, you saying that for sure makes me think it's you now. So when somebody says no homo, I already know that you think it's gay, and sometimes it wouldn't have been that thought until you said it. So me knowing now that you think what you're about to say is gay makes me wonder why you think it's gay. Like, why are you so afraid? Also, why are you afraid if somebody thinks it's gay? Who cares? Are you gay? Are you? If not, then what's the problem? What changes if I think you're gay? All you have to say is like, I get the feeling that you think I'm maybe gay. I'm not. And honestly, you don't even need to have that conversation. And as someone who's open to different cultures, a little bit of an SJW, I guess. I don't know if people want to label me. I think it's weird that there's a label for the kind of person I am now. I've just always been this person. I've always been accepting of other people's ways. I've always fought for their ability to be that way. It's just who I am, and now it's a label. Now it's not cool to have. I just care about other people. That's all I do. But where the fuck was I going with that? You're gonna see me melt down in real time with this video shit. Yeah, saying no homo. Don't do it. It's so insecure. Like it's like people do it with their friends too, because it's like, oh, your friends are gonna think you're gay. Well, bro, you probably suck dicks. Your friend's getting some. Who gives a shit? Be happy for him. It's totally cool. And the bottom line is just be secure enough to know who you are, and you can make your jokes. You can appreciate, another man's style or whatever it is that prefaces your no homo addendum. Just be secure in what you're saying, because you saying no homo suddenly there's a lot of cracks in your statement now. You're protesting too much. Don't do that. Just be like, yo, that guy's jacket kind of makes my dick hard. Full stop. Let them figure it out. Let them sit with it. Let them wonder. And then let them be happy for you if you are indeed gay. Because you might be. Who knows? Some people don't figure it out for a while. My aunt, she had 2 or 3 kids, married, did the whole dude, girl on guy thing. She was like 60 before she was just like, I like ladies. It's never too late to go get that dick. Let's see. So yeah, stop saying no homo. It's dumb. It just makes you look dumb. If your friends accuse you of being gay, they're dumb too. Like, oh, you're probably gay. And it's just like, you should just say, what if I was? Are we not friends anymore? I don't think you're hot. You're a fucking goon. You're not my type. Just say that. Because you know what's going to happen? They're going to be like, well, why not? Why am I not your type, bro? What the fuck? You wouldn't suck my dick? It's a fun game to play. You just mess with people's heads. Just a little reverse psychology on the simple social predator. What do I got here? Number 2. Oh, okay. So yeah, here's number 2. Stop saying shit like, oh, I don't care if people want to be gay. Just don't do it in front of me. Don't show me you're gay. Because it hasn't happened yet. Maybe you've seen like a couple kiss or something like that, but that's just, who cares? PDA is annoying no matter what. I don't care who it is. PDA is annoying. So you just say you don't like PDA. Public displays of affection, for those of you who are just getting out of a time machine from 1940. It's fine. Like, people are going to kiss. I don't like seeing it at all. But I'm not like, there's also not just like gay dudes banging each other on street corners. Like, have you seen it yet? This fear you have is a fear of something you've never seen. And if you have seen some gay sex, where'd you see it? Because it wasn't in public. You looked for it, didn't you? You checked it out. You went incognito mode, and you changed some options in your search results. It's fine. It's fine. Just quit crying about having to see it. I don't care if it exists as long as I don't have to see it. That's like people with nut allergies being like, I don't care if other people eat peanuts as long as I don't have to see it. They will die from it. This is like a thing that will literally kill them. And they don't sound like you when you say this shit. So I don't know. That one was a little bit of a stretch. I feel like my point got lost a little bit, but just don't say shit like that. It makes you sound dumb. What else we got here? Also kind of on that same train of thought, I don't care if people are gay as long as they don't hit on me. You better not hit on me. No homo, bro. Didn't you know? Don't hit on me. Because why? Because sometimes I've seen people like, or I'll fuck them up. That's like, there's a physical consequences involved in this mindset a lot of times. And that's one reason why there's a gay pride parade, because they've overcome this shit. They've gotten beaten up. And that's the thing. Gay people have got to be more careful about displaying their affections. You are never going to get hit on if you're not gay, because the consequences for them being wrong are oftentimes more than the consequences that you'll have to face for anything. They will sometimes be killed for making a mistake. That's one reason why the gay culture, has so many different, codes and different little tricks they've got for, figuring out if somebody's into it, sometimes if they feel like they're in a safe space, if you're at a club or something like that, they'll give it a shot. But that's also like, it's never just going to happen when you're unprepared. It's never going to be like, no one's going to come up to you in the grocery store and be like, yo, gay sex. There's a way, I feel like that if that is going to be asked of you, you were somehow projecting that invitation. You were looking, basically. And because here's another thing too, just the ratio of gay people in this world. I hope I'm recording. I am. Great. The ratio of gay people in this world would suggest that you interact with gay people all the time, whether you know it or not. For instance, I work out with a lot of gay people. If you go to a gym, you're in a locker room with gay people. I guarantee it. At least once in your life, you've been in a locker room with a gay person. And unless something happened that you're not telling us about, nothing has ever happened. You've been totally safe from the dangerous grip of random gay sex. You've never been gay sexed. Like I said, unless there's something you're not telling us. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. You're going to be fine. The worst case, somebody hits on you. Oh my God. You know how many women get hit on every day that don't want to be hit on? They deal with it. So what's the problem with you? Why can't you deal with it? Are you not as tough and cool and collected as a woman? Get your shit together, dude. Suck it up. Say no thank you. Say, hey, I'm flattered. Wow, somebody thinks I'm attractive. That's new. I'm not into it though, unfortunately. Better luck next time. That's all you got to do. Everybody expects women to be polite when they get rejected. Like, no, fucking, why don't you just be grateful that somebody thinks you're hot, bitch? Is that you now? Are the roles the same in that scenario? I can't keep up. I don't know anymore. I just know myself and what I do. And what I do is just, I'm flattered. I'm always flattered if somebody's attracted to me. It's just fucking great that, you've got something that another person sees and it's just like, damn, I want to be a part of that. It's beautiful. And I'm always appreciative when it happens, even if I can't reciprocate. Sometimes I wish I could. I'd be like, you know what, that'd be dope. Like, let's go check it out. But, I already know. I know myself well enough to know that's not me. So, sorry, guys. What else we got? What do you got? Like I said, so there's a bunch of gay pride stuff going on this month. Go dance. I'm big into dancing. I suck at it, but I enjoy it. I enjoy the energy, feeding off of the energy of other people that are dancing, and just in a crowd, you just kind of eventually, if you lose yourself in it, you're kind of free to do whatever you want, and just fucking turn your arms into noodles and just let the spirit flow through you. The dance spirit, the lords of the dance. And especially in like a gay club, I've been, dancing at gay clubs before. It's a riot. There's like no pressure. A lot of guys go out and they're like, I gotta talk to chicks while I'm here, or else tonight's a failure. Mission failed if I don't get a number. You go to a gay club, the only mission is to dance, brother. That's all you got to do. Have some drinks. Maybe somebody will buy you a drink. And then you dance. And then you go home, fucking sleep well, because you're gonna be worn out from all that dancing. I don't know. There's a club in South Beach. Shit, what's it called? It's called Twist. I think it's called Twist. It's 4 stories of gay dancing, and that was a fun night. Like one floor was like 80s music, another floor was like fucking like dance electronic. You just go. So there's a little something for everybody, except I think there is a space I think that's dedicated to like if you're there to hook up. Because then but it's also very clearly like, I think it was like a little tiny cabin inside the dance floor with like blacked out windows. If you accidentally wander in there, I feel like a certain amount of onus is on you. Like you should have been able to figure that out. Otherwise, you're just dancing. So yeah, go find a dance party and just get down with your gay brothers and sisters. Also, full disclosure, I've got more culturally more experience with gay male friends. I've had gay female friends, but I don't think as many. So some of my advice, it's more skewed towards the gay males. So that's been my social experience for the most part. I had a lesbian roommate for a while. She did fulfill some stereotypes. There's a joke out there. A friend told me the other day. It's what's the second thing you bring to a lesbian date? Or no, what do you bring to a second lesbian date? And the answer is a moving truck. I had to push back a little bit on that with my old roommate. She was very excited about new girlfriends, and they started showing up and hanging around a lot. And I was that's not me. Like, you guys got to go get your own place. Like, I don't need a third person hanging around here. So yeah, take it with a grain of salt. Because my next one is hug your boys. Fuck, I'm a hugger. Like, I don't even know if I'm a late blossoming hugger. I feel like I've been a hugger for a long time. Like, if you meet me, I'm hugging you. And there's like a way guys hug that's just so fucking hilarious, because it's like the no homo version of a hug. They got to do like this like one fist on the back. There's no open hand action there. You got to be like, still got to be kind of a fight. Like, yeah, dude, who's gonna let go first? Not me, because I'm not the gay one. Just grab your bro. No handshake hug too. There's always the pop and then pop. Not a full hug, still not gay. I'm talking both arms around your friend and go tip to tip, crotch to crotch. Embrace. Feel each other's closeness, your friends, your partners in life, in a what do they call that? Platonic. That sounds like, that's really close to atomic. It sounds like a action word, platonic. Let's get platonic all over this ass. You guys are partners. You've been helping each other through life. You deserve to feel each other's bodies in a totally straight way, just to remind yourselves what, human contact feels like. Because human contact is some of my favorite shit. I don't know. In a non-creepy way, do I need to, no creepo? Do I need to caveat that? I don't know. I feel like most people know that about me now. You're getting hugged. If you come over and like sleep over, I'm going to spoon you all night like a fucking stuffed animal. Like, it's just, I'm a little demanding. What else? I'm gonna sit here and I have my notes right here, but I'm just gonna sit here like I'm having a stroke, just trying to figure it out without having to look at my notes, because I'm a man. I don't need notes. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm kind of, my list is kind of done. I have a couple of like other things that are maybe not as funny. I wrote wrestle on one of them. I don't know if it's like just wrestle. I don't know if I meant like wrestle your gay friends, just to give them a little like simulated like man on man, like in a way that's okay for everybody. I'm not sure what I meant with that. I needed to expand that note a little bit. It just says wrestle. Do jujitsu. There's one thing about doing jujitsu for as long as I have, that there's no shortage of outsiders making gay jokes about what you do. Because from the outside, with no context, jujitsu does look like simulated intercourse. The neutral position on the ground is called the guard. It's just missionary. It's missionary. One set of legs is wrapped around a waist. The other person is between your legs. It looks if it's two guys, looks a little gay. We all know that. If you do jujitsu and you haven't become comfortable with that fact yet, you're still a white belt. There's no way that you're a blue belt or a purple belt and you still like are homophobic about how gay Brazilian jiu-jitsu looks. I have a friend, maybe I don't know if I should name drop him. He's in a band. He's in a hardcore band in New York. They're big enough maybe that I shouldn't mention his name, but he had a funny, we trained together and he was very much like free with his humor and just he was secure. It was like humor that not a lot of people would feel secure having, basically. But he had a joke. He wanted to make a website one time called Gay or Jiu-Jitsu. And it was just going to be like a little thumbnail of some skin. And based on the thumbnail, you had to click it and guess whether or not it was jiu-jitsu or two dudes fucking. And I thought that was a really funny idea for a website. And I don't know if it's too late. Someone's getting busted out there, or somebody's just trying to run a red light. I got a fucking ticket the other day, by the way, for running a red light on my bicycle. How lame is I'm moving out of this city at some point. Like I can't do this. Like it doesn't even matter. I'm also not the kind of cyclist that just flies through lights. Like I don't do that. I am very safe. I stop. I don't want to die on my bike. I don't want to become a white bicycle. You know, that's, if you're unfamiliar, New York has the white bikes, which are ghost bikes, which are the markings of where a bicyclist was killed. I don't want a white bike. And so I stop at every intersection. And if I do happen to go through a red light, it is only after I have cleared the fucking, the safety. I've cleared the danger of the situation. I'm like, okay, no cars coming, no people coming. I feel confident enough to go. And then I just kind of cruise across. I got pulled over. I don't remember if I actually did go through it or not. All I know is that I stop at every red light. This cop busted a U-turn in the middle of traffic in a van, like I just was running out of a bank with a burlap sack full of money. Pulled me over, and the intersection itself was a parking lot. Like it was a red light, but one of the directions was a parking lot for a grocery store. So it's not even like a real intersection. I was so disappointed in the system at that point. So I have a pending court date in October. Check in with me in October and see how I feel about life. It's a $200 fine. So on a bike, he kept reiterating that it was for my own safety, which is hilarious because I acted in my own safety, and I have to bike defensively because I'm almost killed every day by negligent drivers who are parked in the bike lane. They push me out into traffic. I get doored, like Spartan shields just fly out and just clip me and make me flip over on my handlebars. Never once have I been in danger because I went through a red light. So fuck that guy. Fuck the, bike tickets in New York. I do know that there's some asshole cyclists out there, and I'm confident that I'm not one of them. Anyway, that was just a huge tangent because I heard the sirens, and now I don't remember where I was. I don't know. Gay or jiu-jitsu. That's what it was. I don't know. Maybe it does exist. Check out the site. So yeah, do some jiu-jitsu. You will become more secure overall as a man. I'm going to reiterate that every episode because I believe everybody should be doing it. I feel like jiu-jitsu actively makes you a better person. There's still some assholes out there that do jiu-jitsu, but I think the majority benefit is great. And you'll overcome some homophobia if you want to become good at jiu-jitsu for sure. You just sit in north-south for a while. That'll make a man out of you. I can also feel the beads of sweat collecting on my head, so I'm probably going to wrap it up here in a little bit. That's it. Yeah, let's just say that's it. Some updates. Arlnauts have been doing the do. Our channel's been popping a little bit lately. We've been putting some goofy ass content up there. We had the copyright claim challenge, which was a lot of fun. We didn't break the bank, doing that, but we made some money for a good cause, and I think that's something I could be proud of and hang my hat on it, put it on my resume, LinkedIn. I don't know what's the equivalent of hanging your hat on something today. We got some Star Wars videos, surprise, surprise. And we've got some other stuff we're working on too. We're still trying to find our permanent place where we can just be who we are and it not ruin our lives financially. Because YouTube is not the home for us anymore. YouTube doesn't like us. They don't like what we do. They don't like what we mean for the space of content creators. And YouTube's just changed a lot. YouTube is more interested in brands. They want to work with brands. If you look at the trending list right now, I guarantee you it's going to be movie trailers, talk show clips, commercials, just regular ass commercials that are just funny or whatever, like Super Bowl style ads. And then just like stuff from people that were already big YouTubers. Like Rhett and Link will probably have a video in there because they have one every day, you know. So it's just we didn't find our place, and then they kind of been squeezing us out. So we need to figure out our next move, and hopefully it'll be something cool. And that's about all I got. You know, I hope this video works out. I don't even know what it's gonna look like. And check out our stuff. As always, I'm on Twitter, arlnotzach. I'm on Instagram, ZAK_KOONCE. And we've got Arlnauts Official on Instagram, just Arlnauts on Twitter. Arlnauts, everything. Just type in Arlnauts and you'll find some crazy shit. You go to our website, arlnauts.com. The front page has a running update on the copyright claim challenge. That's it. I don't know. Hope you enjoyed this episode of the Excelsior podcast. I hope you'll have a fun and illuminating, enlightening Gay Pride weekend. And that's it. Toodaloo!